How to maximize the beginner gains, the newbie gains. You just started going to the gym and you know that you'll get a lot of results pretty fast, alright? The beginner gains, a little phase where your body reacts pretty well to everything you'll do at the gym, but there are ways to maximize those results, and that video is for you, alright? Let's jump straight into it. Number one, I want you to prioritize the compound lifts and the free weight exercises. Maybe you're young, you go to the gym and you're looking at all those machines thinking that, wow, it's machines, advanced technology, it's gonna give me more results. It's false, alright? I want you to focus on the compound lifts, the free weight exercises. Your body will react a lot better, such as the bench press, the overhead press, the rows, the pull-ups, push-ups, lunges, body weight squats, barbell squats, and make sure that you're also learning the techniques and the basics. All right, it's not because I said you have to do a bench press that you're gonna just start equal lifting. No, but make sure you have proper form, learn the technique, and make sure you master those basics. Those have to be your priority. They'll get you the most bang for your buck, and they are the ones you want to put most of your energy and time at the gym on. I don't want you to be going from machine to machine and spending all the time at the gym on machines. You will not get the most out of those beginner gains. So compound lifts, free weight exercises. That was tip number one. Tip number two, I want you to push yourself in terms of strength as well. So it's not something that I usually do right now, but when you're a beginner, you're starting, chances are that you're young, all right? I want you to go through phases of strength because you gotta also improve your strength, and your chances of getting injured at that certain age when that form is good are lower than someone that is older that might have aches or shoulder pains or knee pain, whatever it is. All right, so I want you to push yourself in terms of strength and maybe going for sets of 5, sets of 3 sometimes. Make sure that you're not ego lifting, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be lifting heavy. All right, so try lifting heavy, try pushing the weight up a bit, because that strength gain will help you a lot, and it will also help you lift more reps, lift more weight in other exercises, and get you bigger muscles. All right, so don't be afraid or worried of pushing a little bit heavier sometimes on certain lifts, like on the compound lifts, like I mentioned. All right, you need to have sets that are sometimes higher reps and sometimes going to lower reps. Very important. That was tip number 2. Tip number 3, don't neglect your diet. When I started training, I was eating everything. I was eating outside most of the time and eating a lot of junk food, a lot of street food. I started training in Syria, where most of my meals were fry sandwiches, falafel sandwiches, a lot of junk food. So it didn't really benefit me as much. I'm sure I could have got a lot more of my beginner gains than I did. All right, so make sure that you're not neglecting the diet part. When we start, we think that we can just burn off whatever because we're training, but that's not really the case. All right, you're not gonna be burning 2,000-3,000 calories in your workouts. You might be burning 500, 600, but then you go eat that McDonald's meal which has over 2,000 calories. You'll just end up accumulating a lot of fat. All right, even if you're a hard gainer, I don't want you necessarily to start eating a lot of junk food. Make sure that your diet is pretty solid. You're getting all your vitamins and minerals that you need from food. All right, so don't neglect your eggs, your red meat, your salmon, all right, Greek yogurt, things like that. I made a lot of videos on my channel about diet and nutrition, but eat unprocessed food. All right, make sure that you're getting enough protein as well. A lot of people don't eat enough protein. All right, most of our diets these days, it's a lot of carbs, a lot of fat, but I want you to get enough protein. Prioritize the protein. I don't want you to start counting the grams and this and that, but make sure that each single meal, the center of your meal is protein. All right, so it could be chicken, beef, fish, eggs. If you're vegetarian, it could be things like fish. If you're vegetarian, if you're vegan, well, I would not recommend you to be vegan. That's the reality. All right, I'm a big fan of meat. I'm a big fan of meat products. So there you have it. So moving on, supplements. All right, are supplements important? I see a lot of kids that are just started training and they start taking supplements. Some of them can be beneficial for you, such as protein powder. Creatine can also be something that you can start taking. Even if you're younger, it's not a big deal, all right? But the thing that I want you to avoid is a mass gainer. A mass gainer will have a lot of cheap calories in there, all right? It will say, well, it's 2,500 calories in there, but most of them are very cheap, very garbage calories that you don't want to necessarily put in your body. You'll be drinking that, you'll feel nauseous, stomach issues. Your body can't even absorb all those calories in there, and it will just leave you full. You won't be able to eat a lot more during the day. I would much rather you eat real quality food, natural sources, And if you want to have supplements, you can go for a protein powder, a creatine. I wouldn't take any pre-workouts at that time because you're just starting to train. You don't want to be hyping yourself up too much also with a lot of caffeine, pre-workout, stuff like that. So just go slowly but surely. You know, the most important thing is that you enjoy the process also. You enjoy the gym, you enjoy lifting, and you make it part of your lifestyle, your routine. For me, that's the way I start my day, and I love working out. I don't really train just to see results anymore. And when you're starting, of course we want the results, and I want to bench heavy, and I want to grow my arms, but enjoy it. All right, don't forget that you need to enjoy it, and it has to be fun for you. So that's another thing to take into consideration. Moving on, I don't want you to focus too much on the weight. So yes, I know before I said that it's important that you have some few strength sets. It is important, but I don't want the weights to be the main focus. When I started training, I got so many injuries. My lower back, my shoulders, my knees, my elbows, my hips, because all my focus was I want to bench 3 plates. Benching 3 plate was the biggest goal that I've had in my mind. All right, and I was doing whatever it takes. I was almost benching every 2 days just because I want to bench 3 plate, but it left me with a lot of injuries. And muscles don't know the weight you're using. The muscles just know the tension. So make sure that you're not focusing on the weight. We're not powerlifting. We're trying to build muscle mass. So don't ego lift. Make sure you have a proper form, and make sure that you're engaging your muscles properly and that you're feeling them. Ask yourself, let's say you're on the lat pull down. Ask yourself, am I feeling my lats? Am I feeling my back muscles? Am I feeling only my arms, my biceps? If you're not feeling the muscles that you should be feeling, well, twist up your technique, maybe drop the form, maybe go a little bit slower, all right? Never compromise your form to lift heavier. I don't want to risk injuries, because trust me, it will set you back, and it will take for you longer to recover from those injuries than if you would just have dropped the weight and had a better form. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, that's pretty much it. I would say stay consistent. Consistency, frequency is important. I know a lot of people will start and they want to do too much right away, and they want to do 2 hours workout right away, but that's not how you want to start. You want to start with, let's say, an hour, 45, 60-minute workouts, and then gradually slowly build it up. Maybe build the frequency up first, so doing 3 times a week starting, then 4 times, then 5 times, then 6 times, and then you feel good, then maybe go for an hour 15, an hour 20. All right, you don't want to jump right away doing 2 hours workout and burning yourself out, do it 7 days a week. Go slowly but surely and do it the right way. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't think there's anything else to cover. If you have any questions, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.